Hi everybody and welcome back to another Legends of Runeterra video and gameplay. Today we are playing another Mistwraiths deck with a new card added to Shurima. You guys probably know which card I'm talking about, the Merciless Hunter. I think there's been some sort of experimentation with this card, especially once it was released, and people trying this with Mistwraiths. I saw it a couple of times. Just playing normals and things like that. But since then, really, nobody has tried it. And I think a lot of that has to do with the prevalence of Azir Irelia and just how powerful that deck is. And as well as I think the Slay deck with Nasus and Thresh is also a really good deck. Kind of taking over the Shadow Isle Shurima archetype, and so we haven't really seen a lot of Merciless Hunter and Mistwraiths decks. So we're trying that today, seeing how good it is. We're basically just a super fast-paced aggro deck where we're trying to put down fearsome units, do a whole bunch of damage, and then finish off the games with atrocity, harrowing, and then a little bit of burn through the Doom Beast and Unto Dusk. So yeah, fearsome units, lots of damage early game, and then just whatever sort of extra burn damage we need at the end of the game, dealing that with atrocity and the harrowing. So it's pretty straightforward. Really early game, what we're trying to look for is as many Mistwraiths as we possibly can. So we're mulliganing pretty aggressively for Mistwraith. We've got some other early game cards here as well that we can use to get out early, just in case we don't get Mistwraith. So we got Stygian Onlooker, Arachnoid Horror, and then Stalking Shadows to try to find some of those cards early on in the game. We've got Callista and Merciless Hunter as our 3-drops. Callista is pretty good in this deck just in general. She synergizes very well with the Harrowing. And then again, just another fearsome unit that we don't necessarily need to level up, but can deal massive amounts of damage coming out on turn 3. Same thing with Merciless Hunter. And then the ability to grant vulnerable as well works really well with things like the with fearsome blockers. You can take out fearsome blockers. If you use Stalking Shadows, you can use the ephemeral unit to pull in the unit that you want to kill with the vulnerable. That's great. And yeah, same thing with Stygian Onlooker. If it doesn't have the buff anymore, you can use that as a unit to pull the vulnerable unit as well, and doesn't really cost you a lot. All right. Yeah, and then we just try to copy and get more Mistwraiths out. So we got the Wraith Collar, we've got Fading Memories for extra copies, and the Harrowing creating extra copies as well. So pretty straightforward. You'll see in the video today. Most of these games are fairly like pretty fast games for the most part. Going against Azir Irelia actually ends up being one of the longer games, funnily enough. A lot of our units can actually block into them early on in the game, but just their overwhelming pressure later on just overwhelms us usually. There's a possibility to get some wins out, and the Doom Beast actually goes a long ways if you end up pulling a lot of him with Stalking Shadows, or just naturally. Healing is always great, and being able to stall out and be able to win the game through an atrocity is always a possibility, but Azir Irelia still has, I think, the edge on us. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you do, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks. Alright, we're going against the Dragon deck. Shyvana, Argolian Soul, and Zoe. Actually, everything's looking okay here. Let's make sure we replace Atrocity, like Mistwraith, Doom Beast, and Unto Dusk. Start getting our Mistwraiths down and buffed up. Ooh, another Doom Beast. That's pretty cool. They don't really have healing in this deck. I guess they could be running Stargazing or Guiding Touch, but for the most part, it's pretty low on the healing. Let's play Arachnoid Horror. It's a good chance he doesn't have a turn 3 play if he doesn't have a turn 2 play. We have like a really good setup for Doom Beasts. Wraith Collar is good too. Let's see if he's got Shyvana. Sometimes you just don't draw very good. We'll put out the Wraith Collar here. This actually could make it pretty difficult for him to attack. Oh, okay. See? That seems somewhat questionable. What if I draw like another Mistwraith? Alright. I think that's probably too good not to play. 5-2.
Who does not know the
A little bit too good not to play, I think. Let's just go for the Azir right here. These guys are all fearsome, so he needs to have like a way to buff his LoR prodigy here. Yeah. Yep. There we go. Easy win. He didn't draw very well. Well, I mean, this could be a very late game deck, you know, and if he just, depending on kind of what style of dragon deck he's running, he may not have any 2-drops, you know, and just kind of heavier on the like Zoe synergy and then late game dragons. So, yeah, we'll feed on those types of decks all day long. Alright, we're going to get the Z deck, Freljord, Ionia. So this is probably a buff deck with Greenglade Duo. That's usually what it is. You know what? We may actually keep the Harrowing here. Since I've got Mistwraiths and like ways to get new Mistwraiths. I think we'll keep it and see what happens. So yeah, there's the Omen Hawk. I don't know, how you guys feel about like these faster card playing animations? It's kind of bugging me. Trying to get the games to go even faster. That's weird, considering how fast the games already are. I'm gonna actually start with the Arachnoid Horror this game. So like the good thing is if he ends up getting a Z or a buff Z, I don't need to feel super scared about my units dying because I've got the Harrowing. So let's see if he's got that.
That's my resting
Greenglade Duo.
face.
Let's go like this.
Gonna make a meal of them. Full speed ahead.
It's kind of sad that we're playing the Merciless Hunter over Callista, right? We may open attack here too. Now let's develop now. We're gonna develop. I think this is too good not to develop.
The Yordle here's with me.
Nice.
That's right. Run!
So yeah, like I said, we don't really need to worry about these guys dying because of the Harrowing. And our opponent surrenders. So yeah, he knows he's got to block with his elusive units because they're the only ones that can block. And if my units die, whatever, on turn 6 or 7, I can just play the Harrowing and get all those units back for extra value and get a really good attack. So yeah, just really hard for them to deal with these guys. Alright, we're going against Azir Irelia. Yay! Let's all thank Riot. Harrowing. Do we want Harrowing? I think it's a little bit too late in the game to have Harrowing, isn't it? I think we gotta look for our early game cards. So we're gonna keep Arachnoid Horror and Wraithcaller. I'm gonna get rid of Fading Memories. And we get another Harrowing. So I guess this is how we're meant to win the game, right? Oh, my Unspeakable Horror.
How'd you do that?
We can potentially use that to kill this sparring student. Hopefully.
Everything's better with company.
Says you.
I think we actually trade this.
They'll never see us coming.
I think we have to trade this. It just represents way too much damage later on in the game.
Gonna find a gift for Renekton, right, Arda? Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
Look
Let's attack and see if he blocks it. I think he would. Alright, so we do have a couple of ways to stop these guys now.
I must become the leader they need.
We want him to use Flawless Duet here.
Quit struggling.
Unto Dusk is actually interesting.
Let's move.
8 damage. Greatly. Alright, I guess we go Ballista here. Followed by the Stygian Onlooker that we can use to pull in the Green Glade duo.
A weapon heavy with history.
We can learn from watching you.
Wrap 'em up tight.
You will listen.
Alright. We are not anywhere close to being out of this yet. I mean, don't we have to... I think we've got to block some of this damage.
Get me.
Even if he's got a way to...
Shoulders set, blade sharpened. Plant
And
that
this is
lead
so
foot.
dumb.
Don't worry, I've danced this 100 times.
If he's got another one. That'd be crazy. Oh my god. This is
Whatever they
so
are, we face them
insane.
together.
Like, I've got no other way to even express how dumb this is. At least he can't. He's got Blade Surge though now. Or actually, I don't think the buff has gone through yet.
With me! Today is the
Still,
day we
like-
reclaim our homeland!
Hope it has. It has. Do we need to be careful about this at all?
Quit struggling!
He just switches these two. Doesn't really matter. They're both dead and this guy heals himself up anyway, so. Alright, so let's hope he doesn't have denied.
Dance again. How many?
Because that's pretty much the only way that we're going to be able to win this game. Get the Callista level up.
Line around me!
This is so stupid.
Run!
Let's see if we can win. He used all of his
you're in
spells here, so
You're on the
or all
back
of his
foot.
spell mana here, so I think we barely got the win, and only a little
Mind
bit
your
tilted
form.
from me, but that is like very annoying how fast how close he was to winning. And I think the only reason we're winning this game now is because he didn't have Azir.
Oh, you're in for it.
So lucky us, right? But you can tell, like, I won this game, and I'm still tilted. Like, it's crazy. If they don't think that's a problem, then they've got something wrong with them. Yeah, I barely got the win there. Fortunately, I didn't need the block, you know, at the end, and he didn't have any mana to react with anything, so that could have been bad. And we ended up surviving with 1 health. Alright, we're going against a Harrowing deck as well, but it's got Thresh. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Let's get rid of everything but Wraithcaller. I want to find some Mistwraiths this game. Awesome. There's a Mistwraith. We got Wraithcaller, Merciless Hunter. I'm okay with that. And the Harrowing ourselves. So we will see if this guy actually does have a Harrowing deck. Maybe it's just
Fresh catch.
okay.
Well, it was fresh.
I was gonna say aggro deck, overwhelm aggro, but he's got Oblivious Highlander, so I don't know where he's going with this. We'll see. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna play Mistwraith. Ooh, nice. Another Mistwraith in Risen Mists. Because we have Harrowing, we are fine trading in these cards. If he has something that can block it, but if not, then fine. And this next round, we're probably playing Risen Mists, because I could see him open attacking here. If he doesn't, we can develop Arachnoid Horror, actually. I would like to take out this Escaped Abomination.
Oh, hello there.
Alright, that one. Weird. He might not attack with Escaped Abomination now.
On the wrist, see?
Okay. Yeah. Can we take 4 damage? I guess we can. And I'm probably going to do Burst Speed Risen Mists into an attack. Ooh, maybe not. Nah, I don't think we are now. I think we're going to do Mistwraith into Burst Speed Risen Mists. And this next time we're going to block these units. That's a huge hit. And he's got to block with Escaped Abomination, and all my units can kill it. Nice. Alright, cool. And we've got Doom Beast. Alright. Alright, so he may... Oblivious Islander, cost -1. We don't... He's got some other card in here that's ephemeral. That he drew from Stalking Shadows. Ooh, another Risen Mist. But we're probably playing Wraithcaller this round. He's been developing, so I would be kind of surprised if he open attacks here. Let's go Wraithcaller. And I think we just want to block everything, don't we? I don't... Just because we've got Risen Mist, I think we can afford to do this. And very unlikely he wouldn't be able to play another unit there. I can do a Risen Mist burst speed. And have enough damage to win. And on top of that... Ooh, that's a really good card too. On top of that, I can follow the Doom Beast, so... I can get another 2 damage if he's got some way to stop me here. Like Grasp or, you know... whatever. Vengeance. Yeah. There we go. Just outpaced him. He couldn't keep up. he was kind of running this similar deck, I think. Well, similar in that it's like a fearsome deck with probably atrocity finish. So yeah, we just I think had better aggro cards. I said at the beginning I wanted to have kind of a Mistwraith win, and we got it. So that's cool. All right, we are going against Piltover, and Piltover is on and Bilgewater with only Twisted Fate. So I wonder if this is a plunder deck. I guess we'll see. I'm going to get rid of everything but the Wraith Caller. We need to look for some Mistwraiths, and we find it. We've got a decent curve here, and Doom Beast for extra burn damage, which is cool. This deck should not have any healing, so any damage that we do should just stick. We don't need to worry a whole lot about that. Yeah, we'll see, I guess, what kind of deck this ends up being. I'm not really sure. Fading Memories is pretty cool. I guess we'll wait back if he's being friendly. We'll be friendly because neither of us are running an Azir Irelia deck, so that's pretty cool. So let's go Mistwraith.
Once I stamp papers, now
And we're going to take the attack. 2 damage, so only 18 more to go. 10% of his health on round 2. Let's go Mistwraith. Let's go Stalking Shadows, and we miss. That's awesome. We're running about even amounts of spells to units in this deck, and this guy's about to get his emote privileges stripped. This is pretty cool as well, because if he has Twisted Fate and he opts to go for like a gold card, it hits the Wraith Caller instead of my Fearsome units, who he can't block. See what he does. He's deciding. I don't think he's got any fearsome blockers is what I'm guessing here. So he could go Twisted Fate red card, which I'm fine with him trying to take out my units because this card here, yeah, so he doesn't have any. So we're just going to attack with everything. This is really good trades. Take out his units. I'm not super concerned. Even if he like has a way to kill the Wraith Caller, I don't really care. Okay, having to spend 4 mana to take out a 2-cost card is great for us. And we still deal 3 damage, so down to 15. Go for it. This isn't an Ezreal deck, I'm not super worried. We'll just play Fading Memories on the Wraith Caller. And get some more
Go on, then.
units here. I was gonna say, watch me miss again. Cool. Alright, since he's got like Gotcha and Thermogenic Beam, I find it completely possible for him to have Mystic Shots.
fire till nothing moves.
That's fine. Let's actually play this slow. I wanted to put out a Twisted Fate, and I can use Merciless Hunter to kill it. We could also go another Fading Memories onto the Wraith Caller.
Can you improve perfection? A ticket to the gun show.
Oops, not that one. Let's go for it. All I gotta do is wait until turn 8 now. So. We're going to attack with everything. He should be forced to block most of these units. And unfortunately, he can't block them all. So, we're good with this. We like this. We've got Atrocity as well. Good value for it. Now he's gonna have to, yeah, use a lot of cards here to draw if he wants to level him up, so it's okay with us. Second Harrowing. Okay. Was this a Kyrian deck the whole time?
We love it when they run!
Don't really know. This may be a Kyrian deck. We'll block as well. We'll block both these units. Alright, we'll see what I really don't know what he can do here. With Harrowing. That's 6 and 9. Should get both our Wraith power. Annoying. Well, wait, you don't get the you might as well have used it on this guy. You don't get the Mistwraith out of it. Jeez. Okay, well, there you go. I'd like to lose because of a mistake like that. Alright, get the win. A little bit anticlimactic there at the end, unfortunately, but that guy, I mean, it seemed like an interesting deck that he's going for. Maybe if you could pair Classic Guardians with Overwhelmed, maybe that would be a little bit better. I don't know.